Hello, everybody. I'm Vasori Jade. Blessed Earth Strong to you. I am here today to do a video on sacred spaces. Sacred spaces. Now, this particular video may not be for an experienced spiritualist or witch. It may be more for what I call a baby blossom in magic, just starting out, honing your own craft. And it's going to give you a lot of instructions. You know, I try to teach from what I know and how I roll. Yes, I'm in my I'm in my robe today. I've cleaned, I did what I'm supposed to do, and I am just chilling, and I decided to do a quick video. Make sure my shit ain't out, honey. Do a quick video with you before I go in here and start making me some dinner. I'm gonna make some spicy soup and some chop chow. I don't know what else, but I want some soup today, and that's what I'm gonna have. So let's talk about sacred spaces, guys. Now, I am looking at notes just to let you know. I want to be clear and precise and give you everything that I've learned on this subject. So bear with me. As well as don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. I see you who have joined me. Thank you so much. Many blessings of abundance to you in everything that you do. Your family, I wish so many blessings on you for even supporting me, okay? Now, let's talk about sacred spaces, man. Do you guys have an altar, a working altar? A working altar. I keeps in a flame lit. But let me tell you guys this, what I have been doing, which I have to get out of this because it's just not good. A flame in a witch's home is always supposed to be lit. You always supposed to be burning some type of removal or some type of bringing in ritual. Be it protection, be it the evil eye, be it return to sender, be it I don't know, bringing in money, prosperity, new home, something is always supposed to be going on. A candle is always supposed to be lit in a witch's home. I haven't lit a candle in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And that's a problem. I noticed that I have been doing a lot more in my outside work to bring in more money to me and my husband's home. That's just what it is. I am a flesh person, so you have to do what you got to do. And I haven't been at home much in the morning times that I used to be, so we can get our shit together. Because I'm doing my own business now. And sales are generated. But I just have to boost it a little bit, okay? That it is what it is until universe says, baby, here you go with your store, because I already spoke that into existence. My brick and mortar is in 2022. I'm just waiting on universe to line it all up for me. So, with that being said, I have not lit a candle in 2 weeks, and I need to do that today. I'm gonna light a better business. I'm gonna do everything to do with prosperity and protection, and a lot of things that I need to do, and stop allowing other things to get in my way. Do that secondly. That's optional. But spell work for me is a guarantee. I have to do it. It's nothing around that. I'm gonna do some type of work. So diving into sacred space, Sacred spaces are if you are going to be carrying out a fair number of rituals or spells, you will need a sacred space or an altar, okay? And altar furnishings. If it is indoors, your altar or sacred space should be in a quiet place in your home where it will not be disturbed and where candles can be burned safely. For me, I have a spirit room. My second bedroom is all to do with my spiritual items, and this is the only thing I carry in this room, okay? It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's kept clean. This is my altar room, my sacred space right here. I created that. I also have another sacred space by my door. That's another altar. And I have one in my living room where where I burn a lot of 7-day candles. That's where I put a lot of things too. That's a sacred space for me. The space needs to be dedicated to the purpose of magical workings. You can do this by first brushing the area clean, wiping it down, and then concentrating your thoughts on cleansing the space as you work, though, okay? Some people use Florida water. Some people use incense. Some people use sage to cleanse. Some people use their breath of life, but cleanse your item. Holy water, that type of thing. Mentally, you want to cleanse the space 3 times. And you want to imagine doing it once for the physical world, once for the emotional space, and once for your spiritual cleansing, your spirituality. Okay? Now, if you wish, you can or may sprinkle the whole area with water and salt, or Florida water, or holy water, any type of cleansing water, which represents the earth. You might also burn incense to clear the atmosphere as well, like we just talked about. And when you do that, you're going to think of the space as somewhere you would entertain and honor guests at your home. Like it's a space you will later use to feel like it's a part of you. Your altar is a part of you. Okay? Now, if you travel a lot or are short on space, I do have sell travel altars in my store. Love, prosperity, protection. I sell 3 different kinds that you can take with you. And everything that's in there, you're going to get incense, you're going to get portable candles, you're going to get stones. It's full of traveling things to use to cleanse your space while you travel, or to erect an altar right while you travel. Okay. You're going to also need a fine cloth, the best you can afford, to cover the surface. I actually, what do you call altar cloth that I have on here now, I have about several altar cloths, and this one here on here was like $5. It's gold because the one in here now that's working is a prosperity altar. Okay, so you're going to get some type of cloth to cover the surface. You're going to then place the cloth on your surface and spend some quiet time just thinking about its purpose, what the intent or what the altar is going to be used for. You may have different cloths for different purposes, or you can just have one cloth which is dressed with the appropriate color for each ritual. That's usually a whole white cloth. I personally don't like white altar cloths because I do a lot of candle magic, and it might get dirty, which will drive me nuts. So I have black and darker colors. Any light color, I'm going to associate it with love. If I'm doing a love altar, I'm going to do red. If I'm doing self-love, pink. If I'm doing, so like that. Okay? Setting up your altar. To turn your table into a proper altar, you will need the following objects. Number one, you're going to need 2 candles with candle holders. Now, you might think that one representing the female principle and one the male principle. Or you might think of it as one representing a job or a new home or a car in a new home. Okay? It's representations for the candles. It could be honoring the deities. You're going to always have 2. Let's see. In addition, you may also choose candles of color suitable for the ritual or spell that you are working. Then you're going to need an incense holder. You're going to need a representation of the deities or deities if you are working or honoring a deity or a saint you prefer to work with. It could be anything from a statue to bowls or stones. Some put a vase for flowers or fresh herbs. I have a thame, that's a knife. I have that. You can have a small bowl or a cauldron. Always have a glass or chalice of water or a bowl of water on your altar. Always. A bowl of salt or sand. Now, if you're doing a prosperity working altar, you do not want to put salt on your altar. Salt is a repellent in the hoodoo culture. So I don't do salt on a prosperity altar. Some people also use bells to summon the powers of the elements, while others have additional candles with the colors representing themselves or the work they wish to do. You can add other items to the altar, such as amulets and talismans. I also offer those in my store as well. Now we're going to jump to dedicating your altar. Now that you have your you have turned your space into an altar, you're going to dedicate it in such a way that it will support your workings. One good way to do this is to dedicate it to the principle of the greater good, that none may be harmed by anything that you do. Remember that traditionally, if you're doing good hoodoo work, right-handed work, left-handed work, if I'm doing a prosperity altar or anything that brings in good to my life, I will not have a reversible candle to send back, return to sender on that same altar. That's 2 different works. Okay? No. Especially a return to sender candle. Especially a return to sender candle that has negative work attached to it, or a petition that says, I want to fuck her up, this and that. I don't do that. I let my good burn. And if I have to go to the left-handed, that's all I'm going to be doing on that particular altar. Okay? I don't mix the 2. You're going to put passion and energy into the dedication. And remember to include a prayer for protection of your sacred space. You're going to cleanse your tools. You're going to cleanse your altar furnishings. You're going to cleanse everything. You are empowering them and making them usable only in ritual and magical work. My thing, that's a knife, is always on my altar. I use it for nothing else but altar magic. If you try to use your tools for any other purpose, you will negate their magical powers. Now let's talk about consecrating altar objects. If you are not using new objects as the basic furniture or furnishings, such as candle holders on your altar, you're going to cleanse them before you dedicate them to the purpose. Soak them overnight in salt water to remove anyone else's vibrations. Then place them in the sunshine or the moonlight. I'm a moon baby. For at least 12 hours or overnight to charge them with appropriate energy. Sidebar. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And I came across, I think it was on Instagram, a spiritual worker known in the business, but she showed some candle work and her burning some candles for a group, having a group ritual for Lionsgate. And when she zoomed in, I saw the price stickers on the candles, which means you did not cleanse those candles. You're supposed to take all of that off, man. But I don't criticize others' work, because what works for somebody else in magic, let it work for them. But for me, I was taught you're going to cleanse, remove all of that energy off of that candle. You're going to cleanse it. You're going to dunk it. Like you're baptizing the candle, and remove all of that gunk and that energy from other people. If the sticker is still on that candle, that means you didn't cleanse properly, because you were supposed to move that. That's an energy. That's just me, okay? I digress. Let's go on. So when you are ready, you're going to hold each object and allow your energy to flow into it, followed by the energy of your ideal of ultimate power. You're going to ask this power to bless the object and any working you do with it, and perceive yourself as the channel for the energy. Okay? Alrighty. Now we're just going to talk about some methods, right? So, let me drink some water, y'all. Hold on. I got to work on my throat chakra. I didn't know how much it was talking in these. Well, I talk for a living, but you know, I digress again. So, method. Cleanse the sacred space symbolically with the balsam. I sell balsams. That's a balsam. Let me show you. Hanging on my wall, it looks like the broom. That's a balsam. All right. All witches should have a balsam. Place the altar in the center of the circle facing north. Now, personally, this is a part that I don't do. Okay? I resonate with things. So if I have two, I'm going to fix my altar the way I see fit. That's me. I don't do that north, south, east, west, because I don't have nothing to tell me that shit. What I do is I just set it up and erect my altar by resonation. Okay? I don't do the goddess on the left and the God on the right. I do it the way Spirit leads me to do it. Now, you're going to always sense your personal power, creating a sphere of energy around your altar. When this is firmly established, you're going to call upon the elements or say a prayer or incantation over your altar. I blow my breath of life on everything that I do. I add my breath of life in everything that I do. I'll talk about that later. That's just something that I do, my personal thing. But I try not to give all of that out, because you're going to learn that I'm going to teach you the basics. But in all, it's going to be what's comfortable for you or what you want to do in the work. Now, mind you, when you have finished your ritual or working, remind yourself that you are as pure a channel for the energies that you have called upon as possible. A deity, you want their ashe. A God, you want the bringing their ashe. That is what you are doing. That cleansing their ashe, who they are, is going to be manifested into you. Okay? So their energies must be returned from whence they came. So visualize them passing through you and being returned back to the universe. At the same time, I want you to remember that you are blessed by these energies and by the fact that you have used them with good and pure intent. Okay? And that is all I have in sacred spaces. All I got for sacred spaces today. Guys, again, I hope I helped someone out there. I hope you took great and fabulous notes, because I did drop some gems and gave you some interesting things. You'll see a lot of different videos about sacred spaces and newbies coming in to the craft. This thing is getting big. And I want to just be a spiritual mother to you and let you know that it's not wrong. Do your work, do your altar. If you don't, most of the time, go look for the items, read your spell work, write it down. Magic is simple if you let it be, but you have to, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you have to stay on top of it, because this here is what's going to give you the do what you want to do and have all the desires that you want out of life. Okay? It's just a calling. It's just an energy. Do the work. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, support your girl channel. It's greatly appreciated. Let me be your spiritual mother. If you're new in the craft, come on in, baby. Let me give you some words of wisdom. And I am so attuned to healing my feminine and divine women. I love y'all. Stay blessed. If you need anything, go to my site, visionsbyvasori.com. I offer everything in the Botanica spiritual world. Guys, have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Bye.